Welcome to another connection here on TKO Television. I'm Dennis King, and my cohort, Tabitha Odegaard. She's under the weather today. A lot of people are kind of having some issues with the weather. I think it's the pollen this time of the year. I've been having some of those, so hopefully she'll be better next week and can join me on next Monday's show. But we're glad you joined us today. Connection is a show we have each week. We produce it on Mondays, and we have different organizations and different people come in to tell us about what's going on around our viewing area, not just in Harrison, but around the entire six-county viewing area that we have here for TKO Television. We appreciate it, and hopefully we give you some information about things that maybe you don't know about or you haven't heard about, and we can get that information out to the public. Stay with us. Be back in a moment, and we'll talk to our two guests in the studio in just a moment.
Down to Shelby's this holiday season, you'll be inspired by the winter wonderland as you stroll through our holiday decor. The little ones will love a visit from the elf on the shelf. Hog fans can show off their Razorback spirit. Families can gather around a fresh bowl of Whirly Popped popcorn. Da Vinci charms are loved by girls and women alike. If you're looking for that sparkle in her eyes, our Virgin Saints and Angels jewelry will do just that. Shelby's. Gifts for you, your home, and your friends.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence. Back on Connection here on TKO Television. I'm Dennis King. Thanks for joining us today. And our first two guests, these two ladies coming in today to talk to us about something kind of neat, I think. Someone contacted me, and we've talked to them in years gone by. But we have Theresa Martin and Kendra Bruce here, mother-daughter team. They come in, and you look so Christmassy today. You got all your Christmas colors on.
Thank you. We're Christmassy all year long.
Christmassy.
That's right.
Well, thanks for coming in so much. It's called Ozark Mountain Christmas Tree Hunt. Did I get that correct? Okay. Who wants to start off? Theresa, you want to tell us kind of how you started this thing? How did this get going?
Well, this started back in, I think, 1990. My kids had always had a real Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. We'd never had a Christmas without a real tree, a cedar tree. Mm-hmm. But that Christmas, well, actually that Thanksgiving, we didn't get our tree decorated like we always, on Thanksgiving, we always decorate the tree. That didn't happen that year, so we kept waiting on Dad to be home so that we could all do it together as we usually did. But that never happened. So Christmas Eve night, I was sitting thinking, he was up north, couldn't get home, and I was thinking, now, this is the first time my kids have not had a real tree. We had a fake tree, mm-hmm. but it just wasn't the same. Mm-hmm. So what can I do? And all of a sudden, we've got 25 acres over there, and at that time, it was filled. I mean, the whole hillside was full of cedar trees, and that's where we'd get our tree. Mm-hmm. Well, that night, that Christmas Eve night, I was sitting there thinking about it, and I thought, I could take the presents out and put them on the tree out there. They couldn't, it's supposed to rain. It was supposed to maybe snow or sleet. And I didn't know what it was going to be like the next morning. So I gathered one of each of their gifts up, and I took it out, and I found the tree, the biggest tree I could find out there, but it's kind of hidden, so they couldn't find it right away. And I put one gift for each of the kids on the tree. And of course, it was their biggest gift that year. So the next morning when they woke up, and they wondered what happened to their big present, I said, okay, out on the hillside back there, there's a tree somewhere, but you have to find it. And it'll have your present on it when you find it. And that's pretty much how it got started.
Well, so you just came up with this idea.
Yeah, we were just, no tree. and every year they wanted to do it again. We didn't do it every year after that, but most every year after that we would do the tree hunt when it was, when we could, if it wasn't too icy or whatever. And and then it grew over the years.
I bet the cedar tree population appreciated you because you didn't cut them down. You just took the presents out to them.
Yeah, they probably did. That was a good thing.
Well, that's good. So you came up with this idea, kind of a little different, wanted to have the real tree, and took your family out there and put the presents instead of bringing the tree in, you went to the tree.
Right,
Well,
and put them on it because
is,
I didn't want them to get iced on the ground.
Sure.
So that's still the way we do it. We still put them on the tree, and that decorates the tree. You know.
Well, okay. So now that's where it started. Now where has it evolved into?
That's where I come in.
That's where you come in. Okay.
We've added a lot over the last, especially over about the last 5 years. We've added a hayride. So when you start off, you come and you come to watch the Christmas show.
Okay, let's back up just a second
Okay.
now. All right, now this is in Western Grove. Where's the property? Where you
Western
come to?
Grove. Just before Western
Right
Grove,
before you
between
get to
Valley and Western Grove.
Okay. So you come down there.
Yeah. So you get to the tree hunt and you check in with the great gatekeeper, and we've got a cast of 7 of local singers and dancers, and they're amazing. And then we've also got the Next Step Dance Studio has 8 dancers coming in, so it's a full dancing and singing show, and they're great. They're just awesome. But so you come and you watch that as you watch the Christmas show, and then at 5:40 the hayrides start, and you get on the hayride and it takes you to Grandpa's cabin up in the woods, and his whimsy has the milk and cookies and possibly hot chocolate all prepared, and Grandpa tells you a story on the front porch of his cabin while you have milk and cookies, and then you get back on the hayride, ride to the Trail of Lights, where you get off the Trail of Lights and you follow the snow angel down the Trail of Lights to the tree. It's kind of hard to find a tree out in the middle of the woods, so the Trail of Lights leads us there. And so you get to the Trail of Light, or get to the tree, and the great tree keeper is there with her whimsy, and she checks Grandpa's list and finds each name of the kids that have pre-registered. Their names will already be on the list, and then they each get a gift from the tree. Then they go back, and we've got the Country Music Singers Association's Female Vocalist of the Year coming in for a headlining concert at 7 p.m. And so they come back and they get to visit with Santa and then watch her perform, ride the Whimsy Express, which is our little train, and just all kinds of stuff. We also got local vendors set up for the mom and dads to look around.
Wow.
So it's fun.
That's a pretty big deal. And this is all put together started with the family thing?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That's a commercial production that you're putting on down there. Now, when you said you've got, you're at that location, do you have like a stage set up for your singers and so forth? Or do you mean,
Yep,
you had to put some stuff together for this type of event.
There's a large stage, stage lighting, the whole, it's pretty,
wow.
We're expecting a lot out of them.
Well, give me an example, okay? And I may be jumping ahead to some of the questions. That's okay. So how many people did you have last year and the year before? I mean, roughly.
Guess.
Yeah.
As far as on the list, we had almost right at 300 last year.
Yeah,
that
but
registered?
Extra showed up, which kind of creates a problem. But yeah, we had more than that actually there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then this year we have almost 400 on the list already.
Registered already.
Yeah.
On this list.
Saturday night is full. Now we're filling up Friday night.
Okay, so you have it 2 nights.
We're going to have to this year.
Have to have 2 nights. So it's Friday and Saturday night.
And we have, 24 volunteers this year that's kind of helping us out. Great people.
Okay.
Wouldn't be possible without them.
No.
Is it anyone can register for this? Do you have to be from a family that's maybe less fortunate, or can I take my child? Anybody? Everybody's invited?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's great for the families who can't afford Christmas for their kids, because they get to come and they can come for free and they can do everything for free, and they get the free gift from the tree. But by the families, say if you decided to bring your family with you coming and you can give a donation, because you would have a little bit, that helps us to be able to continue to bring in more free. So we can only take a certain amount doing it ourselves.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's a pretty good cost involved, I'm
Right.
sure. So, okay. So, do you need? First of all, do you buy a ticket, or you get a free ticket, or?
You can either way. You can get a free
donate?
ticket, or you can make a donation for your ticket.
Okay.
And we have suggested donation prices starting at $250. It's just whatever you decided to do over that.
A donation of $5 per child gets them the free gift. Unlimited rides on the train, hot dog and chips and a drink dinner for the night. It's well over $5 worth, but it still helps. $5 helps.
Do you have businesses that are helping you, that donate stuff
Last
to
year
you?
we did.
We had
a few.
Like soft drinks or hot dogs or anything like that?
Well, we've not got that route yet. We're not real
we
good
did
at that
sell
end
a
of
few
it yet.
calendars last year.
Right.
Yeah, we
That
made
was
some
too much.
calendars.
That didn't work too well for us, so we didn't do that.
So it's a trial and error
Right.
as you go along, I'm sure.
Right now we've got the vendors that are coming in, and they're setting up, and they've given a donation for setting up. and that's going to help tremendously going towards the gifts. We've got 10 different vendors setting up inside the building, and then we're letting them set up for free outside the building because they're going to be outside. Although it is an outside event, so we're still taking for outside if there's any vendors that wanted to come and set up local businesses. We're letting them set up for free, and then if they make over $50 or whatever, if they wanted to give a donation, that would be great.
Okay, so you're between Valley Springs and Western Grove, and you said you're inside a building. Do you have a big building there or something? Or?
Well, we had an auction service. I'm an auctioneer.
Okay, okay.
And it's the auction building, actually, but we are fixing the inside up.
Are you right on
to
the
get
highway
finished.
there? Easy
Yeah,
to find?
we are.
You have signs, I
It
guess?
says Ozark Mountain Trading Post.
Okay, okay.
And we've got about 8 signs that we're putting up 1st of December
Okay.
along the road there, so it'll
so
be easy
people
to.
could-
Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's great. So it's convenient to find
Right,
there,
right.
obviously.
Yeah.
And
It's on the highway.
and it's all on your property. You take them.
Well, the
Right.
parking.
The parking, yeah, they have to park on my cousin's property down the road, and then we bring them back in a van.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
We're very
okay.
thankful for him for that too.
Okay. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to tell them? We got about 3 or 4 minutes left here. Donations, obviously people can donate. Are you still looking for entertainment people?
We're not this year.
Okay.
We've got
You've
a
got
great
it full?
cast.
Okay.
But next year, some will drop off and some will add some more. And so we're definitely looking for next year. And starting in March, we'll be looking for more entertainers to come in.
Okay. So what could the public do right now? What if the people out here watching the show, what could they do to help you make this even a better program than what you've had in years past? Right now, what could they do?
If they're a local business owner, if they wanted to come and set up, that would be great. Everything with them coming in, it gives us more to do, people more to look at, and then if they decided to give a donation, then that would help out that way. And as far as the families go, just come.
Yeah.
But the families who can afford to donate for coming, then that helps us out tremendously to be able to bring in more. And those who can't afford to come and have fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me. That's just the hayride part. I haven't been on a hayride in years.
It's a sing-along hayride.
Is it?
Yeah, it
so
is.
it can actually change adults into kids. They get to
Right.
do something they haven't done
Yes,
in a while.
exactly.
Okay, give me the dates again, please.
Okay,
Friday.
Friday the 19th, December 19th.
Okay.
And Saturday, December 20th.
Okay. And
It all-
and the times.
At Friday, we'll start parking at 4 o'clock, and it actually kicks off at 5.
Okay.
And the main part of the show starts at 5, so they don't want to miss it.
All right.
And on Saturday, we open up at 3, and the main show kicks off there again at 5.
Okay. So it's 5 p.m. both days, but you can come
Right.
early and get
Yeah.
situated and get going to this thing. It's 65 South between Valley Springs and Western Grove.
Right.
That's correct.
The new water tower sits on the property. When you get to that new water tower, you're there.
You're there. Okay, so it's easy to
That kinda
pretty
helps,
easy
yeah.
to find there. Okay. So is it a pretty good sized building that you have there?
It is 64 by 80.
Oh, okay. So it's a nice sized thing.
Pretty good size.
This
building.
is really it's a cool deal. I mean that's really neat. It's nice to see people really get into the holiday spirit with their family originating it and
Right.
taking it forward. And I mean, it's basically you're not looking to make a profit. You just want to cover your expenses and
Right.
have some fun.
Yeah, let the kids have a good Christmas. I mean, that's
That's the reason for it
That's
all.
the reason for it now. They grew up, they wanted to help, so we said, okay, we'll help everybody else have fun and have a good Christmas.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much, both of you. Thanks for contacting
Well,
us and
thank you.
coming in to talk about this. I hope it's a great success, and we'll run this show twice a day through next week, and we'll put it on our website and do whatever we can do to promote it. And I hope
They
it's
can find us on Facebook.
Okay.
Ozark Mountain Christmas Tree.
on Facebook. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Teresa Martin and
Thank
Kendra
you.
Bruce, we
you.
appreciate both of you coming in today, being on the show. Good luck with it, and it's certainly a great way to kick off the holiday
Thank you.
season. That's the holiday spirit when you do it like this.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
Thank you.
Don't forget about it. Two great dates. Friday, December 19th, Saturday, December 20th, about 5 p.m. between Valley Springs, Western Grove. You can't miss it. They're going to have signs out there. And it will be a Christmas tree hunt. Probably you've never been on one of those before. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We got another young lady to talk about something important around the area as well on Connection.
Gifts, gifts, and more gifts. That's what you'll find at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. Come in and browse their vast assortment of unique Christmas ornaments, wreaths, and wall decor. For the holidays, Sisters has added a new line of handmade rings, bracelets, and necklaces. If you like sweets, pick up some of their local-made candy and snacks. Whether you're looking for a bold centerpiece, an artistic floral arrangement, serving pieces, or all-occasion tabletop items, Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. I'm Dennis King. My co-host a little under the weather today. Tabitha Odegaard couldn't be with us today, but that's okay. We've got some good information for you today. We had the two ladies come in first, talk about the big Christmas tree hunt, and now we have Shirley Smothers to talk about some other important things. Thank you, Shirley, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You sent some information out, and I looked at it, and I thought, we got to cover this stuff. And then you sent me some more information. You are a busy lady.
Yes.
You've got a lot of things.
I could go on and on about what I need right now.
Well, let's take one at a time. The Souls for Shoes program. Why don't you just talk about that just a tad?
Well, I hand out free shoes for students in need for the Harrison School District, kindergarten through 12th grade, and I've been doing that for several years. I started out with a little closet and a few donated shoes, and as time has went on, it's developed into kind of a little bit bigger program, and I have a lot of students that need shoes, and the teacher will notify me, or a counselor, or the school nurse, or an administrative secretary, or whatever, and they just say, hey, I have a kid here that needs shoes. And so what I do with this program is I'm able to go into my closet, get a size that they need, take it to the building right then, and they can put those shoes on, because most generally when I have a student that needs shoes, they need them at that moment. They do not need them tomorrow or the next day, because the shoes that I purchase are for students. I mean, when they need shoes, I've had them with just the tops and no soles on the bottom. Literally no soles. I've had that happen twice this year. So what I'm able to do is, go to my shoe closet, pull the shoes, and send them out to the building. And also my staff, some of my principals and my nurses know that shoe closet's there. And if they can't reach me or whatever, they happen to be over, they're pretty determined. They just go get those shoes out themselves, or the counselor or whatever, and take it to the student. Because the bottom line is, we're just trying to get that student's shoes and get them right back into class, and they can have a good day. So. Well,
in clothes, young people, clothes, even if you come from a family that's struggling and financially just doesn't have the money for clothes and shoes stuff, there's still a pride factor there.
Right.
And especially older kids, particularly, if they've got shoes with no soles on them and they're walking around, and that's degrading for those individuals. So
it is.
This is something. So you're looking for new shoes.
Yes, I am, and the way it's worked out, I just kind of opened up the shoe drive for anyone that wants to donate new shoes or take on a project to do their own little individual shoe drive through a church group, civic organization, whatever. I'm going to continue. Some people have asked me about when does it end. It's going to be ongoing. I always need shoes, and when you're trying to get shoes for kindergarten through 12th grade, boy and girl, and all the different sizes, it takes a lot of shoes. And so it's ongoing. And if they don't want to go buy shoes, then I suggest, they can send me a check, and I will put it. I have an account set up just for my school-based program, or they can drop off gift cards, or however they want to do it.
Yeah, you can purchase your needs.
Yeah, I can purchase the shoes, because I'm not going to have all the shoes that I need anyway in a particular size. And so if I happen to have a pair of shoes, that I need that I don't have in the closet already, I can just go purchase these shoes.
So that's what you do. If someone contacts you and they need a so-and-so size and you don't have, you just go get some.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the shoe stores know me pretty well here in town. I'm the shoe lady, and I drive a hard bargain. They're like, oh, here she comes, and she wants a bunch of shoes, and she wants a discount.
She's not going to pay. She's not paying regular.
No, I'm not. So, I drive a hard bargain.
Well, that's what you should do.
I do.
You're using donated money.
I am.
You want to make it go as long as you can.
Yes, and I keep it in the community. I spend it here. I don't go out of town and buy those shoes.
You should.
I want to support our community as well, because they support my program.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Okay. Anything else on the... Okay. To drop them off, would they just drop them off at the administration building?
Yes, at the administration building. Our address is 110 South Cherry Street, and there's an area up there where the secretary's at, and I always walk through there a lot. When my office is actually housed in that building, and I look and I see what's been donated, and there's a sign-in sheet. If you're going to drop stuff off, just sign in, that you've dropped it off. And I always tease the staff because I'm like, you never know. I may find a white elephant up there for me one day. I never know what I'm going to get. So you just drop it off. And if they want to write a check, they can mail it to Shirley Smothers at 110 South Cherry Street, Harrison, Arkansas, and make the check out to the Harrison School District, because the money goes into an account.
Special fund, yeah.
I call it my special account.
Right.
And if they have any questions about any of it, they can call me at 870-577-5635.
Very good. Sounds like a good I knew there was something like that going on, and had a feeling you were probably spearheading this thing because you're involved in a lot of that stuff.
Yes.
But that's good. That's a great program. Okay, food. Let's talk about a food drive going on.
Well, I have, I told someone a while ago, every time people see me, they're like, oh no, what does she need? Or what does she need me to do? One of the two is going to...
And she's wanting a discount.
And she's wanting a discount on top of everything else. But I'm doing food drives, and we have different places set up that we're going to be doing it. We've got that listed. I think it's at the First Baptist Church, isn't it?
That's correct.
On that. But the thing is, on the food drives, the reason I'm doing the food drive is because we do a backpack program for all of our students, and we serve a little bit over 100 students a week with backpacks. And we normally receive our food from another organization out of town, and we're getting less food, and the food is not of real high doesn't have a high nutritional value. And so I've been doing the backpack program for quite some time, and it's originated out of the poor nurses' offices. They tried to take care of it, and then I found some volunteers and moved it from that position to another, and now I've moved it over to the First Lutheran Church, and they have a group there that actually completely takes care of it for me. And if anyone wants to donate food, one of the best places to drop it off is also at the administration building. I'll make it real easy instead of trying to run here and there.
You're easy to find.
Yeah, I'm easy because I have some food at the administration building as well. But if they want to drop off sacks of food or do an individual food drive through an organization, they can contact me at 577-5635, and we can talk about that. There's a list of certain items that I like to have, because we don't need anything with peanut butter because of the peanut allergies. And and I try, and I'm pretty good at knowing by now what the kids need in their bags to take home. And they take it home on Friday, kindergarten through the 12th grade. And these students are we pick them, at basically highest need. Sure. And they take the food bag home for the weekend. And, I have students that are, up in the high school, and they live on their own or with their brother or with someone else, and they're trying to go to school, so they love the food bags. The First Lutheran Church also purchases out of some funding that they have fresh fruit. So we send home some fresh fruit.
So you send it with them on Friday?
We send it home with them.
When they're not in the school program?
When they're not in the school. They they pick up the bag, take it home on Friday. And I had a principal tell me a while ago that his kids just love that, they don't care who sees if they have a food bag. There is some kind of spicy Cheetos or something in one of the food bags, and he was laughing because he's like, oh man, look at this. He's really excited about what was in his food bag. But we do things like cheese and crackers and mac and cheese, things they can microwave instant. Sure. But if anyone wants to donate food, they can, contact me.
Now, if they wanted to get this list, can they get it down at the administration? Do you have lists set up there?
Yes, I have a list as well, or I can email it to them, the list of food. They can call me. I have the flyer I can send out to them.
Okay.
I have a flyer already made up that I can email out to them with that. And also, Forest Heights is kind of organizing a food drive right now through their building. So if they have a student at Forest Heights, they can send the food with their student. And Skyline will be doing one. Skyline Elementary is going to be doing one for me.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways that they can, and if they don't want to go buy food, they can donate, once again, funding, and I can purchase food. They can stipulate on the check or drop off money. I have a mailbox at the administration building, and they can even go by and drop the check off there, and they can stick it in my mailbox in an envelope. So, but the food it's a really, Arkansas, I think we're number 3 in the nation for having the hungriest children.
Yes.
And people don't really realize we do have hungry children. And if you'll look at some of the kids in our community, I have an opportunity to do that quite frequently, and I can tell that, maybe they're not getting all the food that they need. And for various reasons, there's can be a gap in services. They've just moved here, they don't have services, they don't have a job yet, they're living with someone else, whatever the reason. I mean, the bottom line is we don't want hungry children.
Do you send more of these packs home with the older kids or younger kids?
It's pretty much spread out equally.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Now, when you say you call it a backpack pro, so they actually have a backpack?
We send it home generally in a Walmart sack.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if they took something home and brought it back.
Because we had problems getting our backpacks back,
I thought so, yeah.
So we just send it home, and the little ones, they just drop it down, and if they have a backpack, it goes down into their backpack.
Okay.
And so.
And who does the distribution of each school?
It goes to each school nurse in each building. The school nurses are gracious enough, and they take it up, that project up, and making sure all the students, get the backpacks each Friday. They take care of that, and the Lutheran Church delivers the food bags every week. They pack them and take it to the buildings, and so they can either drop the food off at the Lutheran Church if they want to. Like if it's easiest at 110, I'm right beside the museum, across from the smoke shop.
Can't hardly miss it.
You can't hardly miss it.
It's been there forever. One of the oldest buildings in town.
And it's an easy place for people to just drop stuff off.
Both of these programs obviously are very important. I was thinking about the food. I know we have a very high percentage of children in the school system that are on the lunch program.
Right, free and reduced lunch.
Yeah, the entire state of Arkansas, not just
right. I know Eagle Heights they placed first on the benchmark, I think, in math for with their you have to be at a certain poverty level. I think it's 65 and above.
I think that's right.
And our students over there placed number 1 on the benchmark for high performing in math. So I'm proud of that, and what I think is all the services that we provide for our students, extra in our district, I do think that makes a difference.
I do too.
We try to make sure if Maslow's hierarchy of needs are not met, you cannot teach a child.
That's true.
So, and that's how I look at it.
We need to give them a chance.
Yeah.
If we can help them, they still have to do it, but if we can give them a chance, I think it's very important.
And, I always think of if my staff, if they know a student is struggling, and their needs are not being met, they don't like that, they're not happy, and it's kind of like if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
That's true. That's very true.
So the staff, they like it when our students are taken care of.
That's great. Shirley, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate you coming in and talking about these two programs.
I was going to also mention, if you don't mind.
I've got about a minute.
Okay. We're doing an after-school feeding program. Okay. We start today. It starts at 3:15 to 4:30. It's in the junior high cafeteria for children 18 and younger, free. They get a free meal and a snack as they head out the door.
Good.
We're going to do it today and tomorrow, and then we're going to start back next week on Monday. They can also call me at 577-5635 if they have any questions on that. We just start that today, and I'm really proud of that program.
Great program. Thank you, Shirley. So they can get a hold of you, that number, on any of these programs.
On any of these programs.
Any of these 100 programs Shirley's doing today.
That's my cell number, and that's the best way to reach me.
Thank you, Shirley, so much. Shirley Smothers, a lot of programs going on. She's at the administration building. Call her at 577-5635. She needs shoes. She needs money for food for these kids. Thanks for joining us today on Connection. We hope we gave you some information possibly that you didn't know about.